What's up, everyone? Adrian Morrison here, and I want to welcome you to the Profit Power Hour. I'm excited to have you here, as always, and we have a lot of people piling in the room right now. I'm going to go ahead and get my camera on. Um, so I hope that you all have been doing great. If you're new, welcome to the webinar. I know that last year, last week, I'm still a little sick. Last week, I missed the training. For those of you that are new, I've been struggling having my first kid, who's now 2.5. Um, he's getting me sick a lot, and I'm not used to it. I don't get sick, maybe once a year, and now I'm like, what feels like I'm sick all the time. It's 4 weeks go by, and then I start getting healthy again, and then immediately something hits me, and I feel sick again. It's been yeah, it's been interesting this year. This last 6 months has been very interesting. But I'm excited to have you all here. This is a weekly training that we do. It's completely free. And on the screen here, you should see our welcome screen. These are some of the vendors that we recommend for your e-com store. Zendrop is who you're all connected with. We're about to announce a huge partnership with Shine On. It's going to be really cool. And then CJ Dropshipping, and the really the idea behind these webinars, which are recorded, is to be able to help you find products that are doing well right now, follow the seasons, avoid any pitfalls, any mistakes that might happen that could get you in trouble, like selling trademark stuff like Lilo and Stitch because the movie came out, or Star Wars, or Spider-Man, and really stick to pushing the stuff that people want, that you could sell in volume, that's super safe, all the way down to getting traffic for those things. And what's really fun about these webinars is they're freestyle webinars. It's just simply not something that I like. When I hit go, I just go. I have an idea of like what I want to talk about. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just stream and say, hey, let's chat. Let's talk about what's popping right now, what comes up in my head. And I think that's kind of one of the things that makes these webinars just so cool. Okay, so tonight what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about some hot products, since it's been 2 weeks since I've gone over anything. And I believe the last webinar I did, and I should be doing these weekly, but again, it's hard when I don't have a voice, I'm sick and all the stuff. I believe I talked a little bit about Zendrop. That's the vendor most of you are connected with, and some of the updates that they've made, and all the products that we have. And we did some product research, and what's working right now is it's always changing, right? And it changes with the seasons. And as we kind of go into August, people kind of feel like summer is over, even though it's still warm and hot outside and all that. And people start kind of kicking into school is starting. They start kind of kicking into prepare for the fall, and Halloween, and all of those fun things. So Black Friday, Cyber Monday, these are also things that you should be aware of that are coming up, that they're coming up sooner than you think, that you should be preparing for, to load your store full of products and categories that are general categories, and also trending categories. So what I want to do tonight is I just want to go over some products with y'all that are doing really well right now per Zendrop. I have a top tier Zendrop account. It's like their pro account. I don't know, it's like $600 a year or something like that. I don't really know. Not cheap, but not expensive at the same time. And they give me a special tool called Trending Products. And what it does is it takes the 18,707 pages of products they have, and it really hyper narrows it down to about 3 or 4 pages of hot products. And these I like to show to you because I know that majority of you do not have these this account, this like upgraded account. I would advise that you get it. I don't get anything if you do. I am, you know, a Zendrop investor, so there is that. But I don't get like directly any of their profits. When we refer people to them, they have an affiliate program. I think they pay us when like someone signs up for an account or something. It's so minuscule, I don't even look at it. Like it just, I don't know, it doesn't even matter to me, right? So I don't care what you do in regards to what it gets me, because I don't even know what it gets me. But for you, I think that it's great to minimize all the products that you're looking at into ones that are just working the best right now. And some of the things that you'll see may not make any sense. They might not make any sense at all. And even when I see them, they don't make very much sense, right? So what I want to do here is I want to go through some of these and I want to share my thoughts on them with you. I want to tell you if I think that these are worth it or not worth it. So these products here are the ones that Zendrop says are doing best on their platform right now among all the sellers. They do their research, they have the data. This is what is working right now, and it could change daily, but generally they update it week by week, and you'll see new products pop in, and you'll see some products kind of stick around. And when a product sticks around, that's a really good sign. It lets me know that the product is truly, you know, doing well. When you know product is here for a week and gone next week, that's a little bit alarming to me. It feels like an influencer, somebody really promoted something, and it was this big spike and this big fall off, and you know that's just part of the game. Is you catch a wave and it crashes really fast, and then sometimes you can catch a wave and you can surf for a very long time. And I want to walk y'all through some of these. I'm gonna keep this one short again. We're not going to go like crazy long or anything. Sometimes when I even go 30 minutes, people are overloaded with information. So I like to pop on stream 20 minutes, 30 minutes, give you some thoughts and not just talk for the sake of talking for a time limit. You know what I'm saying? So here are some of the products, and some of these already out of the gate for me don't make sense. Like the grain storage. You know, it's number 2 on the list. And yeah, this is, yeah, I mean, it's a product that people are going to buy. But like, this is something that maybe kind of a at home influencer may have promoted, or an e-com store that has a good list of like, you know, people into, you know, cooking and recipes and organizing, may have promoted and got a big hit. I'd be curious to see if this sticks around. Um, but products like this you'll see could pop off, and then you see them and you're like, wait, how do I market this? And the question is like, you really got to find those kind of like, you know, at home cooking style audiences, organizational audiences, people that are interested in cooking shows, people interested in those like how to organize your closet shows and stuff like that. People interested generally in HGTV, which is a channel about like, you know, all making your home pretty and renovating and all these things. Generally are interested in products like this. So these don't stick out to me. Now, these little, you know, condiment keychains, they oddly, they do. These are keychain bottles, and I think that these could be very interesting to market. I'm really shocked they're number 1 on the list. They're $4.72 out the door, so they could be a free plus shipping style item. I think it's more of a novelty item. It's more of something that you might push to a traveler or foodies, food critics, like that might find this is like a funny little thing to get. But you know, we really need to think about this one and do some research on this one. But I could already think of a couple of like ideas of who I would target for this. The 3-in-1 soil moisturizer. And by the way, for those of you that are asking, you can get access to these same products. It's not that you don't have access to these. It's just simply that I'm just making the light a little bit more. It's that what this feature does for my account is it eliminates a lot of the need for me to do a bunch of research, right? That's really the goal, is it's eliminating the need for me to do a bunch of research and find the hot products just kind of like out of the gate. So this one, it's no surprise. This is something that people are going to be using in the summertime that are doing gardens and stuff like that. It checks the soil moisture, pH levels, light intensity. This is one of those spur of the moment, like, oh, it's, you know, the right season for this. You target gardeners with this and things like that. This is a product that could do really well. It's $8.61 out the door. It could be free plus shipping, meaning, you know, you give it away for free, just charge 10 bucks for shipping and handling. And there could be some profit, like a small bit of profit margin built in. But really what you'd be gunning for here with a product like this, unless you mark it up 2-3x, is you know, building a list of gardeners that you could sell more stuff to, which is like a long-term play, right? It's a smart long-term play. The remote control storage, okay, that's one of those things that, you know, it's silly, but it could be a great free plus shipping item. And if with the right ad, this could pop off. And it is popping off for someone. I mean, nowadays we have a gazillion. We have the Amazon Fire Stick remote, the Roku remote, the TV remote, the cable remote, the entertainment system remote. But these aren't like anything, there's nothing sexy about this. We looked at the sheep toilet paper and the portable gel lint rollers 2 weeks ago. They're still here. That's something that I'm looking at, right? It's still here. That's a good sign. The wooden cube puzzle, also a product easy to market, people that love puzzles. Car TV anti-glare screens, very, very easy. Market this to people with kids. This universal faucet right here, extender nozzle. This is one of those things that, you know, it's so generic that it's hard. You got to really find the angle behind something like this. So I really, when I'm looking for products, I'm trying to jump to stuff that just makes sense. I don't understand what a pelvic floor muscle thing does. I would need to research that. And to be honest, on a live stream, that thing looks kind of scary to research. So we're gonna, like, you know, just look over that one. You can go research that one on your own. Early education visual books. So these are doing really well. There could be a lot of like new mommies and mommy blogs and mommy vloggers that are posting about these. And that might be why these are popping off all of a sudden. And it's so easy to get behind these and target people on Facebook and Meta platforms that are parents, right? So that one makes sense, but it's still not sexy. The moisturizing facial thing, this one, steamer. This one could be sexy with the right ad. Like, you just got to go do a little bit of research on this, find what some cool angles are for it, and get a nice little ad, right? That's, use Chat GPT or AI to build you a cool ad with that. The 3D animal puzzle, I think we've seen that one. Pet door, we saw that one. That one was 2 weeks ago. Let's see if there's just anything new on here that sticks out. Another kitchen. I think maybe a lot of the kitchen stuff is starting to pop off as back to school happens. Just generally, people are going to be cooking at home more because they're, you know, staying home more. They're like traveling because of school. They're organizing, you know, stuff for lunches and breakfasts, and they're preparing for stuff for the holidays, which we tend to cook a lot more during the holidays. So that could be it. We talked about the eye massager. What else? Let's see if there's anything else. Foldable heat resistant thing, that could be cool, but more kitchen stuff. Also notice trends, right? When I look through here, I see a lot of trends. I'm seeing a lot more kitchen gadgets than usual. And even though it's not fully clicking with me, why I'm seeing all of a sudden so many kitchen gadgets. My brain is starting to work. It's starting to say, okay, must be this, it could be this. And that leads me down a path of research with a little bit of awareness, right? Um, I think that, it's it's not about what you think, right? It's about what's working right now. So even though you might not think, oh, this is good, this is good, this is good, it's basic, it's generic. You do, it looks like a garlic masher, a electric hand mixer. You've got the faucet thing here. That's for kids. The another faucet thing. You've got the grain storage container. These are really generic items for kitchen stuff. Now, these are things I can get behind that like make sense to me. People love cats. Linen tote bags, I've sold a ton of linen tote bags. Makes sense to me. So this is some artwork that people are actually really liking right now with cats. And these tote bags are 11 bucks out the door. Mark them up, 19.99. You got almost double profit margin plus shipping and handling in there. This is something that should be easy to target. Target people that love cats and watch funny cat videos and stuff on Meta platforms. It's very, very simple, but what's cool is that product we know is working right now, and we know how easy it is to target people interested and that like cats, right? So it's just, that's one of those things that when I'm looking through here, I'm looking for these, oh yeah, that makes sense type products. The firework water guns, another thing that could be really cool, makes sense, easy to understand why these would work. The facial mister, another thing right now, very simple to understand how this might work is it's hot outside. More traffic, children's color toys. All right, there's always children's stuff. Rear seat tablet holder, again, generic, but a lot of people in the heat of the moment will be, oh, I was looking for one of those, and they'll buy it. Acne star patches, these make sense. All right, they solve a problem. They solve a problem. So they're going to be nice. The fidget spinners, ADDers still love fidget spinners. Bicycle spokes, I think we've seen these before. People are still out riding their bikes and they will be all fall. So there's no, surprise that these are working good. The electric eraser is one of those things that we feel like people are going to use more now because they're back to school. And I know you're like, wait, eraser? Well, if you haven't been in school in a while, a lot of times when you're in like math, for example, taking math classes, you're erasing, you're doing equations and things. So you're sitting there with a pencil and you're erasing. An electric eraser is a nice little tool for someone that might be, in school doing problems that require, editing and changes. I'm seeing a lot of kid toys. The mushroom lamp toy, I think that's been there. That one always seems to do well. The voice controlled jellyfish thing, I mean, that one makes sense. And here's another one, rechargeable sheep one. So it's like 3 nightlights basically that are trending right now. Nightlights are always trending. Humidifiers are usually trending, but it's like which ones, right? So if these are trending right now, there's probably a lot of ads marketing these, and people are seeing those ads and they're not clicking and they're not buying, but they thought it was cool and they would have bought, but right now just wasn't the right time. So when there's a lot of things like this that are being marketed right now that are doing really well, you can basically retarget without retargeting. And when I say that is, what I mean is they're seeing the ads in TikTok and they're seeing the posts and they're seeing TikTok shops and they're just seeing these products everywhere, but they haven't bought them yet. But eventually a lot of those people will buy. So if you're marketing something that's being pushed a lot right now, that has a lot of awareness, a lot of that, oh, I want it, but I forgot to get it because something happened. Your ad sparks that impulse purchase. Oh, there's that thing that I saw that I didn't buy. There is something to that. It doesn't mean it's going to make it successful, but when you see a lot of people promoting something, you can pick up some of the customers that your competitors lost just because, people didn't buy it at that time. And here's another one, the solar moon fairy lamp. So now we have 4 lamps trending right now, 4 night lights that are all very different. One is mushrooms, one is a fairy lamp. Actually, no, this one looks like it's for outside, so I could be wrong. Yeah, this one's outside. This is another gardening tool. We may have even looked at this one the other week. I just kind of forgot about that one. I do think we saw it, but it makes sense. It makes sense. The frog sleep mask. A lot of people love frogs. I'm telling you, like any animal, sheep, frogs, cows, walruses, ducks, turtles. People have obsessions with different types of animals and they buy all sorts of stuff. So this is something I could see you target people that like frogs, and believe it or not, there are people that love frogs and buy tons of frog stuff. I could see how this would be a novelty purchase. So that makes sense. Okay. Easy to get behind. And right now, what I'm trying to show you is things that are easy to get behind that make sense. You're, oh, okay, yeah, that's trending right now. Let me ride that wave. It's easy to target it. It doesn't require a lot of thought. Kids' toys, wooden number blocks, wooden magnetic counters make sense. Now, the Gothic leather eye mask, I'm not too sure about this one. You might not want to advertise that on Facebook because it could come off as a different type of novelty. And thus, you don't want Facebook and meta platforms to think you're advertising like adult oriented things. So maybe save that for the email list. Maybe it's Halloween. I don't know. Like Halloween's coming up. So, car seat bag, organizers to go in the back seats. I'm seeing a lot of things about the cars, the tablet holder, the screen reflectors. You're seeing the car seat bag with the entertainment center, all the stuff right here. Again, I think it's because people are traveling, they're going on road trips for summer and fall. That's probably why, we're seeing those trend. More kids' toys. I mean, there's so many kids' toys trending right now. It's more than usual. So I don't know why. I can't pinpoint a reason for why. But a lot of travel stuff too. The travel friendly flosser, the nail scissors set for traveling. It's just all travel. Look, it's just like travel, travel. It's right here. It's for travel. And then on the page previous to this, there are multiple things for traveling and kids' toys. So I'm seeing the trends. Okay. What else do we have here? Nail repair bandage. I don't really know how to market that one. That one probably wouldn't be the best. Another nightlight, a lighthouse nightlight. So nightlights are doing well. Portable digital microphone. Not so sure about that one. I have to look at it a little bit more. The hair growth brush. People lose hair, and it sucks to lose hair. They spend $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 on hair transplants. They fly to Turkey and go to some sketchy places to get hair transplants to be able to afford them because they're so expensive in the US. Not to say that Turkey gives bad hair. I don't know. I've seen people go and they look fine, but you know what I'm saying? They'll go through great lengths to get a hair transplant. Easy to get behind, solves the problem, gets behind a little bit of the red light, the LED red light therapy, electric massage, comb brush. I mean, this just makes sense. Very easy product to get behind. So yeah, I think that this is a pretty solid one right here. And I'm just trying to pop through a couple more, and then we'll end it. So just giving you some ideas real quick. Let's hit this last little page here. They usually don't have a full page. Fashion solar retro too. Nothing really, all that great. A couple of trends we saw those: kitchen gadgets, traveling stuff, and night lights. All right. Here's another little trick that I like to use. Even though I don't use AliExpress anymore, I will go to AliExpress once I see some stuff that's trending on Zendrop, and I'm just gonna type in night light. And it's gonna bring up all the different night lights, okay? A lot of the big ones are gonna be the psychedelic, like LED lights. I'm gonna have to narrow it down a little bit. But one of the things you could do is organize it by orders up here at the top right. And it's gonna show you which ones have the most orders, the ones that have the most sales. And so even outside of what's trending in Zendrop, this gives us an idea. This astronaut have over 100,000 units sold. These moon looking things, 50,000 plus units sold. This USB rechargeable smart sensor light, over 50,000 units sold. These little silicone squishy night lights, 10,000 units sold, y'all. That's pretty cool. The 13 color changing LED light, 10,000 plus units sold. So when I start seeing trends in Zendrop, I can go look for those on AliExpress and find alternate ideas. And I can get these same products within Zendrop, by the way, you know, portable quantum wire. Now, just because something's got 100,000 units sold doesn't mean it's the best one in the list. Sometimes you want these up and coming ones that are really just starting to pop off. So the way you find those is you go to like the second, third page, and you start looking for the ones that have less sales, like, you know, 1,000 to 5,000 sales. Like this one, this cute pet, whatever, 3,000 plus sold. So it's got great traction. It's just not mega viral. And these are some of the ones that you might want to start playing with in the Nightlight section. Like this little cloud one right here, 2,000 units sold. The ABCs, 2,000 units sold. This was actually trending a couple of weeks ago on Zendrop. It has over 2,000 units sold. So when you start noticing the trends, y'all, you can go find other products through AliExpress and still sell them through Zendrop, but just get different ideas. Like even when I type in travel essentials or travel gadgets, it's going to pull up all the different travel things. We can organize it by orders, and we can see here the toothbrush clamper, 50,000 sold. This portable scale, 50,000 sold. The organizers, 20,000 sold. And then we can narrow it down from travel essentials to travel gadgets. And again, organize it by orders. Boom. We're going to find a bunch of new different products. And then a lot of people are taking road trips in their cars. So travel, car, accessories. Boom. Here you go. By orders, done. And now we start finding top products in these categories that we see are trending on Zendrop too. So this is kind of how you play around with things and you discover other things that are crushing right now, but just different versions and variations of it. So that's it for tonight. I hope this was helpful. I'll see you next week, same place, same time, right here on the Profit Power Hour. And go start doing a little bit of research. Check out these products, test them. Let me know how it goes, and I'll see you next week. Good night, y'all.